next slide will be continued by my dearest friend Jagdish. So Jagdish, please take over. Thank you. Wait.
Okay, no problem. Without wasting the time, let's begin. So, Saujan, it was a wonderful introduction about the refrigeration and refrigerators. You spoke about the history of the refrigeration. You spoke about the refrigerants, which are the medium of a refrigeration process. That was wonderful, Saujan. Yeah, now let us begin with some of the major parameters of a refrigeration effect. We know that in everybody's house, there is a refrigerator, right? No house is empty. There is a refrigerator, because without a refrigerator, you can't store the vegetables, you can't store the milk, dairy products, meats, etc. So refrigerator is must. So when you go to buy a refrigerator, there will be some specifications, right? As you go to buy a vehicle, you will check the engine capacity, you will check the mileage, you will see the overall performance. In the same way, some parameters. We'll discuss it one by one. So first, a ton of refrigeration. What do you mean by a ton of refrigeration? So think there is a refrigerator hall, not a refrigerator, but a hall. There you keep a certain amount of water. Okay. You turn the temperature to 0 degrees Celsius. You turn the temperature to 0 degrees Celsius and keep that ice for 24 hours. Okay. It need to get converted into 1 ton of ice. So I think now you got the point. Amount of heat required to remove in order to form 1 ton of ice in 24 hours from water at temperature 0 degrees Celsius. So refrigerator is nothing but removal of heat. So when there is no heat, obviously there will be cool effect. So that's the idea in this refrigeration concept. You remove the heat which is present inside the refrigeration so that it will be cool. So that is the 1 ton of refrigeration. So 1 ton of refrigeration is the amount of heat you need to which is required to remove in order to make 1 ton of ice in 24 hours from the available water at temperature 0 degrees Celsius. So 1 ton of refrigeration is equal to 3 kilowatt. So if you remove 3.5 kilowatt of energy from the system, you can obviously create 1 ton of ice in 24 hours. That's the simple idea. Then let's move on to the coefficient of performance. So coefficient of performance is nothing but the ratio to the heat absorbed in a system to the work supplied. So refrigeration, in the sense, it absorbs the existing heat inside the refrigerator in order to keep the items, your vegetables, your flowers, to be cool, right? That's the reason why we use refrigerators. So that amount of heat absorbed and the work supplied, it is a ratio. A ratio is present in both the variables. So that is called as coefficient of performance. So nice, right? As you have mileage in the vehicle, in the same way you have coefficient of performance. So that is the equation over here. COP is equal to refrigerating effect. That is Q is equal to heat absorbed or removed from the system and work supplied. Why you need to supply work? We'll see it in the working principle. That is working mechanism. We'll see it in the mechanism. Oh, next. Sojan, next.
Yeah, Jagdish, 1 second.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hello? Hello?
Sojan.
Yeah, what am I
Yeah.
doing?
Yeah, I think there is only 5 minutes left. We took too much of time.
Yeah, okay, wait. I'll make. Can you please make me most again? Most, not ghost, okay, sorry, most. Hey, sorry, but I got a call from my sir, so I had to pick it.
Yeah. Even
So,
before the call, even I got from the call.
so
No
yeah,
need to
so I
make
got
all a part of daily
no,
life.
no. But what happens is, if somebody calls to my second number, I'll get disconnected from my internet.
Okay.
So I got
Make
in.
host.
Yeah, not ghost toast. Okay. Yeah, I mean, sorry for that. Okay.
No problem, no problem. Yeah, thank you. Okay, types of refrigerators. Types of refrigerators in the sense, many of them think that refrigerator means Godrej refrigerator, Whirlpool refrigerator. It's just a brand. Okay, there are types of refrigerators depending upon the working mechanisms. So one of them is vapor compression refrigerator, and second, vapor absorption refrigerator, and third comes the air refrigerator. But in today's session, we'll discuss about vapor compression refrigerator and vapor absorption refrigerator. So this is a block diagram or the flow chart of a vapor compression refrigerator. So this vapor compression refrigerator consists of evaporator, compressor, condenser, and expansion device. Got it? So what happened is, Sojan, could you please mark, whenever I tell compressor, you just show the compressor thing in this. Yeah. Then whenever I tell evaporator, just move towards evaporator, then move towards condenser. Whenever I tell, okay, you just do like that. So yeah, what happens in the sense, at point number 1, think this is imagination, okay? Just try to imagine saturated vapor, that is refrigerant. The refrigerant which we are using in this VCR is ammonia. So saturated vapor of ammonia enters the compressor. When it enters into the compressor, you all know when we compress the gas, its pressure and temperature gradually increases. Do you agree with my statement? Yes, you should agree. That is the beauty of science. So when you compress, it gets converted into high pressure and high temperature. That is called as superheated vapor. It will be around very high temperature. So it moves towards point 2. Could you see here? Point 2. That it has been mentioned as superheated vapor. Then it enters into the condenser. So this condenser consists of a coolant medium. It may be water or it may be a air. So when the superheated vapor enters the condenser, gradually it turns into liquid. High pressure, high temperature liquid. It becomes in condenser, okay? In condenser, it becomes high temperature, high pressure liquid.
Jagdish,
So
sorry for the
when,
interruption. Yeah.
okay.
Again, can you please tell me what should I do again? I didn't get that point that I wanted to.
So whenever I tell compressor, you just mark the compressor. Whenever I tell condenser, you just mark
Like
condenser.
what, like tick or something or what?
Just circle it.
Compressor, like this.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Okay.
You got my point, right? What I'm telling now.
Yeah.
So this, even superheated vapor enters into the condenser, it gradually turns into liquid of high pressure and high temperature. Because the coolant which is present in this condenser will reduces the pressure and temperature. Then the saturated liquid of ammonia enters into the expansion valve. Could you see here? Expansion valve. Just circle it. Yeah. So what happened in this expansion valve is, do you know, when you boil a water in a very small pan and you shift it to the larger pan, so the liquid's temperature will gradually reduce. Same thing happens in this expansion valve. So now it has become liquid plus vapor solution. Earlier it was high temperature, high pressure liquid, now it has been converted into liquid plus vapor whose temperature and pressure both are reduced. Now the liquid plus vapor, saturated liquid plus vapor solution enters into the evaporator. This evaporator is situated near the freezer. Think freezer, okay? When this liquid plus vapor enters into the evaporator, it converts into vapor. So it absorbs the heat surrounding this evaporator, that is the your freezer. You know, right? When you keep
Yeah, Jagdish, welcome back.
thank you.
Okay. So
I think now only 3 will be there, if I'm not wrong.
now I think Shreyanka may be joining. Let us see.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jagdish, you continue. No issues. Let them join. We will have the recording right now. No issues.
Yeah. You can post these recordings.
Yeah.
Not an issue. Okay. We were in this expansion well. So I was giving an example. You are completely thirsty. You're feeling thirsty. Okay. There's a Pepsi bottle or a Sprite bottle, whichever you may like. It is inside the refrigerator. You take that bottle and keep it outside. Okay. What will happen? After some time, it will get adjusted to the room temperature and the temperature will increase. It will not be so cold as it was in refrigerator. It absorbs the surrounding temperature. Same thing happens in this expansion valve. Okay. The saturated liquid, which has the high pressure and high temperature, when it enters the expansion valve, its temperature and pressure get reduced. It becomes a saturated liquid plus vapor solution. Contains some amount of liquid and some amount of vapor. When that enters into the evaporator number 4, evaporator, could you please circle it? Yes. So when it enters the evaporator is the place where actual process is initiated. In most of the refrigerators, the evaporator will be situated somewhere near to the freezer. So when this saturated liquid plus vapor solution enters into the evaporator, you know, right? As I told the example earlier like example, this cold thing when enters into the evaporator starts to absorb the heat from this surrounding. So when you take away all the heat, gradually they will be cold. As simple as that. Got it right? Then it moves out from the evaporator and it has been converted into a saturated vapor, which has some amount of heat. So that heat is again subjected to the compressor. The gas is compressed. It moves towards the condenser. Gas is converted into liquid, high pressure, high temperature liquid. And again, it comes to the expansion valve, reduced pressure and temperature, and it moves inside the evaporator. The vapor absorbs the heat and comes back. This cycle repeats one after the other, one after the other. Due to the compressor, it gets compressed and moves around by absorbing the heat. So this is how a vapor compression refrigerator works. Got it right? Okay. I hope you have some knowledge about refrigerator. You have got some knowledge about refrigerator. And let's move to the next slide. So there is a short video about what I told. Yeah, anyone is interested to watch that video, we'll play, or else we'll move on to the next thing. Can we play that video?
Jagdish will move on. Okay,
Okay, we'll
we'll
share
we'll,
it. Anyhow, we'll share it. Okay, don't
or
worry.
else we can do one thing. We can play it in the last. Okay,
Yeah, definitely,
after the
definitely.
video. Yeah, we can play it after
Yeah,
the
let's
because
move to the
yeah, because
next
it's
thing.
45 minutes, right? And it may end.
Yeah,
on-
yeah. Because we don't want to
drag
consume
it.
much of
Yeah,
your time.
yeah. So, okay,
Yeah.
it's already
Please,
yeah. Okay.
next slide. Yeah, and now we know how this vapor compression refrigerator works. So let's start with the vapor absorption refrigerator. This is little bit complex, but very easy to understand. So why actually we need to understand these refrigerator terms? Because we use it in our daily life. It's our sole right to know about it. In future, if you want to buy a refrigerator, you need to have some ample amount of knowledge to just see the specification. That's the reason why today's session has been designed to spread the knowledge of refrigerators. Yeah. So coming back to the vapor absorption refrigerator, here there are some components: evaporator, condenser, generator, absorber, pump, expansion valve. So these are some of the components in vapor absorption refrigerator. So in earlier vapor compression refrigerator, there was the compressor, right? So the process initiated from compressor. Now it's not the case. The process will be initiated from evaporator. Please see this diagram. There is an evaporator. So low pressure, low temperature. Low pressure, low temperature at 0.8. Please see at 0.8. Okay, you will understand. Low pressure, low temperature, liquid NH3. Okay, this liquid NH3, that is ammonia liquid, enters inside the evaporator. Yes, when it enters inside the evaporator, gradually it turns into vapor, right? We all know that. As it was the case in vapor compression refrigerator. Similarly, similarly here, when it enters the evaporator, this low pressure, low temperature liquid gets converted into vapor and starts to take the heat surrounding this evaporator. It starts to absorb. As I gave an example in the last slide, there is nothing but when you keep a Pepsi bottle outside from the fridge, gradually its temperature increases to, or it will get normalized to room temperature. It will absorb the heat. So after absorbing the heat from the surrounding, this liquid NH3 will get converted into vapor, and by the time it comes out, it is low pressure, low temperature ammonia vapor. So nice, right? Liquid converted vapor. Then this vapor enters the absorber. Now you may ask, what is the task of absorber? Yeah, I'll tell you. So absorber absorbs the NH3 vapors. Okay. The refrigerant vapors, that is NH3 vapor, is absorbed in the absorber. It consists of a water. Okay. That water is an agent which absorbs the NH3 vapor. As much as the vapor, NH3 vapor is absorbed, it becomes a strong solution, a solution which consists of ammonia and water, ammonia water solution. When that concentration is strong, we call it as a strong solution. That strong solution is pumped to the generator over here. Can you figure it out? Generator. This strong solution moves into the generator. This generator consists of an analyzer. Okay. And to this generator, an external heat is supplied. When the strong solution pumped to the generator is heated, the ammonia vapors and water gets separated. Right. Now we converted this strong solution into vapors. by giving the external supply. Now it is turned into ammonia vapors and water. Ammonia vapors get vaporized faster than water. So it reaches the analyzer. Analyzer is not shown in this figure, but try to imagine. Imagination is the power of humans, right? So analyzer, it absorbs the ammonia vapor. Now see here, it is converted into high pressure, high temperature vapor because an external heat is supplied to the generator. Okay, you may ask me a question now. In strong solution, there was both ammonia and water. Now ammonia is left. Where did the water go? You may ask me a question. So that water will come back to the absorber through this thing. Could you figure it out here? Yes. Through this reduction valve above the weak solution wordings, through this reduction valve, the water which was separated from the ammonia vapors comes down here to the absorber. Okay, so nice, right? And here, over here, the ammonia vapor, which is now high pressure, high temperature. It has a high pressure and high temperature due to the external heat supply. So this NH3 vapors moves inside the condenser. High pressure, not that one, my dear friend. It's above here. High pressure, high temperature. This vapor is converted into liquid. You got right? It get converted into liquid, as in the case of vapor compression refrigerator, VCR. So when it is converted into a high pressure, low temperature liquid ammonia, it is converted into liquid ammonia. Now it enters into the expansion valve. So as in the case of VCR, here also when it is subjected to the expansion device, the temperature and pressure both gradually drops and it becomes low pressure, low temperature liquid. And again it continues, the cycle continues. It moves inside the evaporator, it absorbs the surrounding heat that is from your, it will be located somewhere near your freezer. Think this is a system. When it enters into the evaporator, it absorbs the heat, it moves towards the absorber, the ammonia get absorbed, then the strong solution moves to the generator, some amount of ammonia is vaporized, and the left out water is again subjected to absorber. Then the vapor, high pressure, high temperature vapors moves inside the condenser, gets liquid, come to the expansion valve, reduces to low pressure and low temperature, then the cycle continues. That's it, guys. Vapor absorption, refrigeration. This is how it works. See, as soon as you see the block diagram, you may get confused. Oh, this is very tricky. I can't understand this. This is totally thermodynamics. No, it's not like that. It's very simple. You need to know these basic concepts because sometimes when you're using the refrigerator, it may be subjected to some parts may get worn out. When you take it to the mechanic or a technician, he may fool you if you don't have ample amount of knowledge to deal with him. That's the reason why you need to know the working concepts, the mechanisms, the parts inside the refrigerator. Hope you understood and hope I was able to convey this mechanism in a clear, short, and simple language. Okay, next slide. Animation video is there. We'll play it in last. So applications. It's not really necessary to code the applications of refrigerators because we use it in our home for storage of foodstuffs and the transportation. Some of the flowers, fishes, especially fishes, are transported in a refrigerated vehicle containers. So preservation of medicine and syrup. Some of the COVID vaccines are also preserved in refrigerators. And then manufacturing of ice, you all know, then photographic films, some of the rubber products. Then even the processing of petroleum products are also initiated with the aid of refrigerators. Then liquefaction of oxygen, which is a major concern of the time. So manufacture or for the liquefaction of gases such as oxygen, refrigerator is must. And another simple application is in summer, if you come home from your heavy duty or heavy work pressure, you need to get chilled, right? Then you need to drink cool water, means you need to have a refrigerator in your home. That's the application. So next slide. Next slide. Yeah. Yeah, reference. So if you want to know more about this refrigerators and refrigeration, you may please go through the this textbook called as Elements of Mechanical Engineering, written by K.R. Gopal Krishnan et al. Then in Wikipedia also there are ample amount of materials, and YouTube certainly the greatest tool of today's generation. And tomorrow our blog will also be available, so you can read it in brainstormingsessions.bookmark.com. Yeah, you can have a clear picture of this working principles, mechanism, etc. All these things will be available in the website in the form of blog. Then next slide. Yeah, thank you very much, guys, for your patience. It has been already 1 hour. We thought of ending it within 40 minutes, but due to the technical glitches and we got some calls from colleges, that's the reason why it was delayed. So I hope today's session was really knowledgeable, because there is an hesitation in this time. Like some of the students will not get to know the concepts of the items such as refrigerator or engines or something like that. They tell that we are not science students, we are not subjected to it. But it's quite necessary to have all the knowledge. Learning. Life is full of learning. We need to learn everything till our last breath. So that's the reason why we bought this session today. And okay, over to you, Saujan. If you have if you have any questions, you can please ask us. We'll be glad to answer. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Jagdish. Thank you for your kind cooperation. And basically, this PPT was made by Jagdish, so a big round of applause to Jagdish. So you can just unmute yourself and give your replies to Anka. No problem. Yeah, yeah, you can please give your reviews, replies, anything about our session. It was a big collaboration. Okay, Shanka, no issues. So Shanka is saying like
Excuse me.
session. Okay, wait. Yeah, Raksha.
Okay, the session was really informative, as we all have in our rooms refrigerator, but yet seriously no idea about it. But today's session I really got much more information. Thank you for both of them.
It's our pleasure, Raksha. It's our pleasure.
Okay, Sojan, there's one more thing which I want to share with you.
Yeah.
There's another new participant named Priya CG. She is from our native. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. She is our new participant.
Okay.
Could you say hi to her?
Yeah, I Priya. Hi.
Yeah.
I welcome to
She's
team. Very strong.
Yeah. She's a school student. She's very eager to know the upcoming trends, the modern technology. She's very interested in them. That's the reason why she has joined this session. I hope we were Yeah, we satisfied your needs by delivering this session, I hope. And we need your cooperation for our further sessions, which will be really knowledgeable and informative.
You can also make
Okay.
sessions like this, like scheduling the meeting, and you can also present some.
Yeah.
Like,
okay, any other participants would like to share their views? They can.
today we are a bit of technical glitches, so
Yeah.
it was a bit disturbing. Other than that, everything went okay, good. I think Auntie want to talk something. She's been.
ಹಲೋ, ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿತ್ತು ಇವತ್ತಿಂದು ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮು. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋ ಥರ ಇತ್ತು. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಫಾರ್ ಟೀಮ್ ಮೆಂಬರ್ಸ್.
Thank you, Auntie. Thank you so much. Okay, so Jagdish, let us end, right?
Yeah. We can
Okay.
end. No
Yeah,
issue.
because okay, guys. So thank you all.
Catch you later.
Yeah, catch you later. Bye. Thanks for responding.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah. Thanks for responding, guys.
Yeah, thanks for responding, guys. Bye bye.
Yeah. Good night.
Stay home, stay safe. Good night.
Yeah.
Mhm. And